Hello Wanderers, welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Odysseus of Crete. And in that last episode, some interesting things happened with our character. Interesting things indeed, and that is that the stress of ruling and the pressures of the position here as not only the head of our very influential and powerful dynasty, but also as the head of a faith that is seeing a resurgence from its ancient times. And we are at the head of that, and that seems to have affected our character quite deeply. And this is unfortunate in some ways, but it is not something that we cannot overcome now. As some people have pointed out, this isn't necessarily a caricature of this kind of mental illness, but is in fact something that is probably couched for our character in particular in his superstition, his paranoia, and also with his deep sense of religion. And, although we aren't necessarily a zealous character, we do have strong ties with the faith. And when we reformed the faith, we did take on that position as essentially the leading figure here, and tying in our dynasty with the gods and all of that has definitely affected us. So I think that is where this kind of effect would be coming in, and I think that's going to play out in some interesting ways. Now, you can see up here at the top, we can do a grand wedding, and that is the grand wedding between us and the fabulous prince. Well, not us, but one of our daughters here. I believe it is Artemisia. Yes, she wishes to be married to Krishan Mishra, fabulous he, Banerjee, and he came to our court. He is a grand prince from the far-off lands of India, and he has come here to seek the hand of our daughter in marriage. And I think that this is something that we would look at as, building ties potentially with a very powerful state here in the far-off lands of India. That would be something, we would be interested in. And as a person who is paranoid, some might say, would we trust this man? But I think in some sense, paranoia can manifest itself in a multitude of different ways. And, perhaps you might see the people who are close to you as being less trustworthy, but an outsider might seem like a more trustworthy prospect than some of the people, maybe even on our own council or within our own family. So I think we're going to go along with this, but I don't think we're going to do that immediately. We still have a little bit of time, but I believe that we do have some things that we should take care of first. And I believe that this was probably, perhaps at the beckoning of our eldest son and heir here, Ptolemy. He is probably taking a bit more of a leadership position, especially after we became reclusive a couple episodes ago. And now that we're acting a little bit strange and things like that, I think he is probably taking a much more firmer hand and role within the court. So we're going to be doing some things that are in his favor here right away. But I do want to do this decision because I always forget, but I'd like to hold mystical communion because I've never really done that before. And I'm curious what it does. So we communed with Kyrios. We've gained 300 learning lifestyle and divine guidance for 5 years, which gives us some nice little bonuses here. So doesn't look like there's any events that go along with that though. So, but what is our son's plan? Well, our son here knows that we have these claims and that we are looking to take Egypt. And due to the fracturing of Egypt under the recent Ali dynasty, you'll see that actually all of the Delta and Cyrenaica has been kind of split off from the main kingdom here, which is now mostly the Upper Nile and its surrounding regions here, which gives us an opportunity here to push those claims that we have on this duchy. And we are going to do that here. So we're going to raise up our armies, and we shall take that claim that we have been waiting to do for a while here. A request from funds for the person who's making us, I believe, an urn. We can afford it, so we will do so. But yes, we'll try to deal with these wars quickly so that we can host this grand wedding here. But our son has insisted on leading this war here first, so it seems as though he's going to do whatever he pleases, that young man. I think we should be, should we call in our allies? I mean, we might as well call in our dynasty members after all. It can't hurt here, so there we go. We'll call our dynasty members in because it doesn't cost us anything, and that would be ideal to assist us here. Looks like our daughter has had a daughter, Gregoria. Fine name. There we go. Looks like our family members are assisting us here as well. They should. This is for the glory of all of the Argeus dynasty here. Trade port finished in Alexandria, which is perfect. We've basically built everything up here pretty much as we can at the moment. So we can go and petition our liege, but I don't think we will because we're extremely reclusive. So maybe we'll do it after this war. Maybe we'll gain some sort of gusto to get us like across the sea here and go and visit the court. You know, a moment of lunacy, or I mean, I suppose clarity of thought that might allow us to put a petition before the emperor. But we shall see. Just doing a siege here, so you know what? We might as well call in the Holy Order, right? Why not? Let's hire them up and bring them in. And that's actually additionally useful because now we can bring in our son, who is a siege commander, Prince Apollonius here. He will jump in to assist us. And there we go. We'll form up this army. Our daughter Sophie has given birth to a son here from the House of Carling. Very well, it's Argeus, but you know, her father is from the House of Carling, so that should be fine. We're looking to also fabricate a claim here on this duchy as well, because that's going to give us all the counties we need with which to usurp the title of the Kingdom of Egypt, but we need to get the duchy title. So luckily, as you can see, our high priestess here has 45 learning. She can get these claims like it's nothing. Yeah, we could be converting places over, but getting these claims within the lifetime of our current character is going to be extremely useful because of the way that our dynasty is going to split here and the way that the kingdoms are going to split. You can see it's bugged out. He's not going to inherit the kingdom of Sardinia and Nicaea and all that kind of stuff. It's just a bug. Form up the armies here. Let's let the siege roll down. Oh, their army is gonna go somewhere, but I don't think it's gonna be very much help to them. Name to remember. We will dedicate this to our wife, I suppose, our beloved Theodosia. Okay, where are you gonna land? Not sure. But it matters not. We're gonna go and siege down the enemy capital here. And probably gain most of the war score we need once they've sieged this and we've sieged that, and everything should be all fine and dandy. Now, as some of you were mentioning, some folks were mentioning that we married one of our daughters to somebody from the House of Scleros, but I was looking here. She's not married to unless this guy is. No, this is not a Scleros branch here, I don't think. Cleopatra is married to somebody from the House of Vlakikas. And then let's take a look at our other daughters here. Sophia is married to somebody from Carling. So if somebody can let me know what I'm missing here. Was it one of our sisters or a niece, maybe, something like that got married to somebody from the House of Scleros? I'm not entirely sure there, but let's see. No, we're just waiting to get that duchy title claim, and that's what we're looking for here. So Nikephoros is Nikephoros here, the former emperor, is going up against his liege. You are the traitor, obviously, Nikephoros. We are. Yeah, this is not much of a rebellion at all. I think that the emperor should be able to handle this pretty easily here. There we go. Siege is won. Looks like they're going to finish off their siege as well. You know what? Let's jump in because we've got the siege commander. We're going to make it go even faster here. Ah, here we go. Looks like our son and heir has given birth to, well, he hasn't given birth. His wife has given birth to a young daughter here, which is now descended from the line of the emperor. We need a good name, so what would be something fitting? You know, perhaps something in honor of, you know, the emperor here, maybe from the empress, Suzanne. I'm not a big fan of that name. What about her grandmother, Valeria? I like that. I like that name, actually. Valeria. So there we go. That seems fitting enough. Our culture has discovered mangonels. That's going to be useful. We might switch over our catapults to those at some point here. There's the enemy army. We're going to go and I suppose try to smash them in a battle, even though it seems mostly unnecessary. Well, let's see here. It looks like we're going to be able to catch the enemy army here and probably get all the war score we need from this fight. Looks like they stand no chance at all. There we go. War is done and dusted. So we are going to enforce our demands. And look at that. Oh, we didn't even need to take this little county. We got all of this. We got some bonus too, because this isn't even within the duchy that we were looking for. So that is pretty ideal. But now we have this vassal here who, you know, we're probably going to want to demand his conversion. He might accept. Let's see what he thinks. Otherwise, we might just kind of have to revoke your titles. But if you accept the word of Kyrios, then perhaps we shall accept. This faith is too strong. Well, you know, what are we gonna do then? We're gonna have to can we not revoke your title? We have a truce with him, so for now you're lucky, but we shall see. Let's disband our army here. So we really want to get this. We really want to get the Kingdom of Egypt so that we can switch our kingdom title to Egypt and our main kingdom title to Egypt. That way our counties and our duchies and stuff won't split quite so egregiously on the upon our death here. There is another option, and that would be to disinherit our second son here. And I think that there is actually a case to be made for this due to the fact that he is craven, he's shy, which shy is fine, but like when you combine these three traits, impatient, craven, and shy, you know, I think there could be a case made that we, you know, wouldn't want our kingdom to descend into chaos like this and have half of it turned over to a son who is a coward. And cowardice was obviously something that was not looked upon very kindly back in these times. It was, you know, it was seen as a very, very negative trait. And you know, there might be a case to be made. I'm curious to see what you guys think of that, but I think there is something there. We're not going to do that right away, and I don't think we need to. Our health is fine, so I'm not too worried about that. We will host the grand wedding. We're not going to make it a particularly grand wedding here. We'll host it in Alexandria. We're just going to go and, well, I think we'll just do a normal one here, just kind of standard all across the board. What are we going to do here in terms of, you know, perhaps we just do recreation would seem fine. We'll see who comes here. It looks like our friend Despot Gerasmos is going to come. We've got the Ecumenical Patriarch is going to come for whatever reason. Sultan of the Aglabid Sultanate, interesting. Oh wow, this is actually very prestigious. We've got a lot of very important people who are going to be showing up to this. So very, very interesting indeed. But yeah, we shall do this. We don't need to travel anywhere. Let's see. Why can we not? They can no longer attend as the spouse. We had this problem before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I took her away her trait as being from the faith here. Why can't you guys get married? This seems interesting. Is he... There's no reason that I can see now. I wonder if it's messed up because of that, because she used to be devoted to the faith and I removed that trait from her. I don't really see why it would be. What will happen here? We'll lose a level of fame. Obviously, we do want to host the wedding here. I wish it would be a little bit more specific of what's blocking that, but yeah, she can no longer attend as a spouse and he can no longer attend as a spouse. Is he somewhere else? Can we recruit him to our court? Maybe that would help. I don't see why it would. All right, I suspect that this event is probably bugged out because of the fact that we had to remove that trait from our daughter here. I think. You know, we'll let a little bit more time pass here. But we're gonna wait and see, but yeah. We do have a statue, a statue apparently of ourselves here. Ooh, look at this. That's pretty nice, actually. Nice little bonus to prestige, court grandeur. Not too bad. We're going to put that up in our court. Let's go to the royal court over here. And where can we... Oh, we can put the... Let's see. We have 4 things that we can put up here. Prize goblet. Let's see. Jaw. There we go. Bones on one side and other things on the other. Can we put our statue up anywhere? Let's see. We're going to put it right over here. That seems perfect. That doesn't appear to be a statue of us, but what does it actually say? An extravagant statue of an animal, painted and masterfully carved. The mythical qualities of the creature is interpreted as an allegory for the despot and his enlightened reign over the despotate of Crete. The oak of the sculpture is masterfully worked. Oh, well, excellent. That is very cool and good to see. Pretty nice court we actually have, and our, you know, we probably could afford to even increase our court a little bit, maybe. I don't want to increase it too much because our son is not going to be able to, you know, spend a lot of money on it, but, you know, maybe we can go up to level 4 here. Now, let's go up to here. Let's get level 9. 329. Our son can lower it down if he needs to. But we've got plenty of money, and that's going to be pretty nice. So our court is a little bit more befitting of our status here. So, court event available. What is this court event? In the past few days, neighboring King Cosma, who is King Cosma? He is the king of Serbia, has been visiting my court on his way to see some holy site or something. A holy site? Who do you worship? Orthodox, so probably Alexandria. Since his arrival, he has been outshining me with his generosity towards my own courtiers, who have all been lapping up his gold with no dignity. A purse for you, good Abaidun, and some coins for you also, kind Gabrielle, and for you, sweet Theodosia, sweet honey cakes. Remember, riches are meant to be shared. I can be even more generous. Indeed, we can be even more generous. I should take it. No, let's see. I believe Cosma has overstayed as well. Better him spending than me. You know what? We are improvident. Improvident is one of our traits. We're going to go with the one That is most fitting. Luckily, we're making tons of money, and we really don't have that much money to spend it on after this point, so. Dangerous faction, a rare. Well, yeah, no surprise there that it would be this unfortunate and wayward vassal of yours here in Damietta, but it is what it is. Let's see, know thyself. When death of natural causes is 1 year away, you will receive a warning. I like the idea of that, so that's what we're gonna go with. So let's see here, 14 months. I don't think anything's going to be different here when we look at it. So we're going to just, yeah, this is bugged out. So let's see, we're going to discard our plans. We're going to break the betrothal. We will lose 1 level of fame, but because I feel like this is kind of a buggy thing that's going on here, I think that I will go and just give ourselves the prestige back. It's actually not even that big of a deal. The prestige, we're not really using it that much. And, it should be fine. I would still like to have the marriage between the two. Just purely because that's what we were going with. It just seems like we won't be able to do the grand wedding here, so. Yeah, so let's see here. We'll just do the regular one. I would have spent it, but so there we go. At least we followed through on getting this marriage and bringing this young man into our court here. So yeah, that should be interesting. The faith may be a little angry that we've brought our daughter out of that, and now she's married and whatnot, but they they can be angry, I suppose. We do have a friendship with the high priestess here, so I don't think it should be that particularly concerning to us. Somebody did mention, ask if the mine was built, and it was built. We gave away this county for a little bit, and then the person who was ruling it built this mine. We've taken it back now so that we can reap the benefits of that. So, ooh, an inspiration. He wants to forge a mace. His skill is legendary. Well, why not? Why not get some extra good weapons into our court? I am not opposed to that at all. Artifacts are very cool, and I like to have a lot of them here. Let's see, anything interesting going on here? Prisoners can be ransomed. Let's do some ransoms. We can create the Duchy of Sinai. Oh, that could be interesting, but we'll wait. Gisela Arpad is dear to me. Very well, we can accept. I'm pretty sure she was put in prison for plotting against somebody, but she's been in prison for quite some time. I think it's fair to let her go at this point. Lately, my efforts to impress have fallen flat. My friendship with Ptolemy is still standing on shaky ground. It's a mess. However, I've got a brilliant idea. I'll have my Heterie Almade add a dedication to the masterpiece he is making. The flattered dedicatee will be deeply touched by my generosity and munificence and will have no choice but to like me more. To Ptolemy, you know what? I think that is fine, I suppose. There we go. So, despite our, occasional bouts of madness, our son still loves us and he still cares for his father. It's just, he's dealing with a man who is deep within the throes of a mental illness in a time when superstition and this essentially sense of something greater than themselves would be driving a man such as Odysseus to these kinds of thoughts. But we have a loving son here, and that I think we can truly be thankful for. Duchess Epiphania has come to pay homage, and she has actually brought us gifts as well, which is excellent. Duchess Epiphania the Fair is a very good character, and our niece here is very trustworthy indeed, I suspect. Or is she? Is she? What was the, what was all that money for? Was it a bribe? I don't know. Perhaps these kinds of suspicious thoughts would be going throughout our mind. I'd really like to get the claim on the duchy here, but we shall see. We have a mental break, improprietous remarks. We're going to become a strange recluse for 10 more years. Another mental break here. Our health is fine for now, so looks like we'll be playing this character for a little while longer. Inspiration, Fickle Philip. I bump into a very, very grave-looking Amadei, my weaponsmith, hoping that he doesn't bring me ill news of the splendid Macy. It should have soon ready for me. Oh, there you are, my liege. I have hit a wall in my work. Nothing major. My ideas have gone to ground as the pressure mounts. I just need some inspiration. Might you have some prior examples I could examine? To the armory. I know what you need. Let's see. I have just the tonic. Indeed, we are a medicine man. Let's give him a tonic. And his muse returns. Very good. Very good indeed. I think we should probably make Amadei our... Oh, we don't even have a court tutor since the death of Glode. But Prince Rikiza would do an excellent job as that. So there we go. We'll get ourselves a court tutor. Do we need an antiquarian? Perhaps. We can afford this. We might as well be spending our money getting some of these like bonuses here. Oh, you know what? We definitely need a food taster, but perhaps somebody who is actually trustworthy here, like Ubaidun. He might be fine for that. Let's see. Cupbearer. We need a cupbearer here. Adrienne Leonidas, the daughter of our good friend, perhaps. We gotta protect ourselves from assassins and whatnot. We're gonna make our wife the royal architect. There's a nice little bonus there. This isn't even costing us that much money, actually. Court poet. Amadei. No, I'd like to make you our court artificer? Court smith? Is there a difference there? No, probably court artificer, I'm sure. Oh no, okay, so you would be better off as our... Well, I suppose that should be... Well, you are actually good at this, so we're gonna put you there. Just filling out as many of these positions as I can. Seneschal. Princess Sophia. Or Hepatios Gerontas. Yeah, alright, we can get you in there. We're still making so much money here. We can basically do all of these, and they do give you some nice little bonuses, honestly. Court poet, you know what, Amadei? Oh no, you're terrible at that. Court musician, Ludwig Carling. Oh, you know what? Why not? He's an average musician here. He can take on that role. Master of Horse. Who would we put in charge of that? Helias Kalikratos. Very well. And we still need... Yeah, we're gonna need a court artificer. So let's get Amadei. You can take that option. There we go. So we have a full court, and we'll probably dismiss some of these positions on our next character because we probably won't be able to afford it. But I think that this is still pretty good actually for what we're looking at right now. We get all those like small little bonuses, and we're not actually making that much less money than we were before. So I think that this is all quite fine indeed. My daughter-in-law has given birth to a daughter, Eupraxia. Very well. That is fine. Looks like our son is still not having no other children. She's 27 though. She's still got time. My wife, Despotisa Theodosia, is hiding something about our daughter. I am certain of it. The furtive glances, her protectiveness of Artemisia, and the way she avoids all my inquiries. I do not question the heritage of my daughter, but doubt is gnawing my mind. Oh, here's that madness again. It's coming in. I need to make sure. Yeah, okay, this seems very fitting that we would want to uncover the truth of this when these thoughts start to come into our mind, and they're unfounded, completely unfounded, but not to us. My initial concerns seem to have been misgiving. However, they are not likely to forget them. Yeah, see, in here we've angered both our wife and our daughter by questioning this, but we, those thoughts, they're just in the back of our mind and just always, is this the truth? Can we trust any of this? Let's see. You know what? She can't hide anything from me. We must know for sure. We must be certain here. Let's see. Can we revoke your title now? Still no. Nah, our spies have found no indication that we should suspect her lineage. Yeah, she's still upset here. So we've upset our wife and our daughter here by questioning that. Ah, indeed. Oh wow, look, we can make some more armor. Her skill is merely decent. Competent at her craft, adventure inspiration. You know, we can afford these, so very well. We'll send you on an adventure and we'll get some armor because even though we have that amazing suit of armor that we've given to our son, we can still use another suit that we can, you know, give out to another family member perhaps. So huh? I receive a missive from my adventurer with words embellished so I can see her in the theater of my mind. Amidst the panting in the desert heat, I have discovered some pristine waters, the very sight of which compelled me to remove all of my clothing. Rather than take it as an offense, my guide chuckled in quiet understanding and began to sketch my form on a page. Our fellow travelers on the tour waved palm leaves to cool me down in an act of fan service. We have many happy hours splashing around in the next village. I hired a weaver to capture the moment of paradise, and I send you a memory with this courtier. My eyes, my eyes. That's kind of amusing, I suppose. I'm hanging this in my bedroom. The whole court must know of this exotic pastime. Ah, indeed. There we go. Yeah. Perhaps, you know, these far off lands and stuff are, you know, having an influence on us. So there we go. Not so much of an influence that we're going to doff our own clothes, but it is not the first time I have heard talk of what a great servant Pimina is, and now King Gaeteg has sent him to my court. He presents himself as a token of the friendship between Gaeteg and me. Here we go, an Uko Nusko Karelian man with extremely good diplomacy. Oh, but here, what happens there? Welcome. What, you cannot be that good if King Gaeteg can so easily spare you. You know, I think perhaps our paranoia here is coming into effect, and we shall send this man away, even though he says he's from a friend. But can we really believe that? I don't know if we can. We're gonna give this man whatever he needs to forge as good of a quality weapon as possible here. The Emperor seems to be doing fine in his little rebellious war. Time has come for me to depart upon my adventure, my despot. Before I leave, please tell me, is there anything specific? So she must have had her little skinny dipping episode here in Alexandria in the Oasis or something. Before I leave, please tell me. Let's see. What would we like to come back? I trust your instincts. Bring me something great. Ah, yes, exactly. There we go. So time is kind of ticking on. Inspiration realized the Argeus Mace. Let's take a look at this item here. Prowess plus 11. Number of knights plus 2. Enemy fatal casualties plus 14%. That is an amazing weapon. My gosh. And then he dies immediately after. Can you believe that? He presents us with his finest weapon, the finest thing that he has ever created, and then he dies the next day. That is a true champion and a true craftsman, and we will honor that in the next episode. But until then, thank you for watching.